Hi guys. So I have an idea. We're gonna see, but if it doesn't come out good, then sorry. But I was thinking Magneto, and I'm gonna attempt a Halo Eye. I've never been very good at Halo Eyes just because I can never get the shape right. But we're gonna try. That feels so good. Okay. Now, in the last X-Men, I thought that Magneto was Marvel, but then I was like second guessing myself, and I'm pretty sure he is, so that's who we're gonna do. I was like, wait, do I have my information wrong? I need to go check this real quick. So I googled it, and it says that he is, but like, if I'm wrong, then don't at me, because I don't read comics, so the only time I've seen him is in one of the X-Men, and then like I started second guessing myself, like, is X-Men Marvel, because I've been doing like the Avengers and stuff, and I know they are Marvel, but like I was like, oh, I'm not sure about this, so I wanted to make sure. So if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, guys. By the way, I'm in the Dare to Create palette. I use a lot of Morphe. I'm not like sponsored by them, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be Poe. But like, they're what I have, and they work decently. Like, I mean, I reach for it, so obviously I like it, and I get the colors that I need out of it, so that's what we're working with. So if you've ever wondered, it's just that's what I own. My favorite YouTubers encouraged me to buy it, and you know what? I'm not disappointed, so I could pretend to be like sour about it, but you know, I'm not, because I like them. I'm not gonna hate somebody just because somebody else does. Like, all that drama on YouTube doesn't bother me, because like, unless it directly affects me, like, I don't care. I really don't care. Like, I know people get caught up in it, but like, I got too much going on in my own life to worry about other people, you know? I have the most boring life ever. I just don't care. I just can't, like, I can't spend my time worrying about stupid stuff. So I've used Morphe. I know I like Morphe, so then when like stuff comes out from Morphe, I'm like, I like it. So, you know, who cares if they're trying to make money? That's what, I mean, how else are they supposed to make money? I don't care. Like, it's not like they're selling me a bad product. Like, if they're like, oh, yeah, it's a good product and it's not, then like, I'd understand, but people get upset over some stupid stuff. Like, it's not as serious as everybody makes it out to be. I don't know. I'm probably gonna make people mad, but like, I don't care. Like, I don't care about the politics of Facebook or YouTube, or like, I have family members that are mad at other family members for like legit reasons. Like, they have a right to be mad, but like, they'll talk to me about it and they're like, yeah, I'm just blah blah blah, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, I mean, I feel for you, but I really don't care.
Basically, here I was talking about how me and my best friend are different in the fact that if somebody she doesn't like is selling something, especially YouTubers, she tends to be more critical of the product being sold, whereas I don't care who it is. If the product is good, it's good. Like, I don't like James Charles just because he's so over the top, but I'm very excited about his palette, and I can't wait to try it. I just haven't had the money to buy it. And I like that our opinions are so different because then we have room to discuss and tell each other our opinions and why we feel that way and get a different perspective on things. And it's really great.
You know, she's allowed to be upset about it. Like, that's her opinion, and you know, I'm allowed to not give a crap, you know. I think that's what makes us friends, is because, you know, if we agreed on the same on stuff all the time, like we never had differing opinions, like, you know, what would we talk about? Like, we'd have a pretty boring relationship. Be like, oh, you like this? Yeah, I like this. Okay. But instead, we can be like, oh, you like this? I don't like this. You want to try it? See if you like it? She didn't like one of the eye makeup looks I did, and she was telling me why. Because, you know, it's something she's never seen before. And I mentioned that she didn't like it, and she was like, oh my gosh, like, why'd you say that? And I'm like, we're allowed to have different opinions, and, like, I'd rather have you be honest with me and tell me you don't like it than pretend you do. Like, that's why you're my best friend. Like, I don't want you to pretend that you love everything that I do. I want you to, you know, tell me that you don't like something. One, it's gonna give me more feedback. I don't want praise all the time, you know? I want real, honest advice. And you can only get that from a friend that's gonna be honest with you and tell you how things are. I love that she's honest with me and tells me how she feels, and it's not like some scripted friendship where she's afraid to tell me how she feels. It takes a lot for me to not trust somebody, and I don't think she's ever done anything for me to not, like, trust her. So So this wasn't exactly what I was thinking, but you know, I don't like dislike it, so. Now just to brighten up that purple in the middle, I'm gonna take some Stila. And I've been using a mixture, on the red I've been using a mixture of these three with this one in like closest to the purple. And then just the plain old purple from the Zulu palette. So I guess he's vacuuming. But we're gonna take some of this and put it right on top of the purple. It's not perfect, but I actually really do like it, so. Oh, what I was saying was, the only time I ever remember seeing Magneto was in one of the X-Men, I'm pretty sure. He, like, was making all the superheroes bad. Like, turning all the kids bad or something like that. I don't know. You can tell me if I'm wrong. It's okay. But I think that's the only one I ever remember. And it, like I said, that could be wrong. Like, I may be thinking of a whole different movie or a whole different character, but I'm pretty sure he, like, was messing with the helmet, and there was flashbacks of, like, when Charles Xavier was, like, walking. I wasn't gonna do a wing, but I don't know, I'm feeling. When are you not, Taylor? That's a real question. And actually, I think in the actual movie, he was more like red and black instead of this. Like, like I did that day, take me to the place I love. Sorry. I don't think they're even, but that's okay. And you know, like, I know most of these are like men that don't wear makeup and stuff, but like a lot of them wear some flashy suits, and I think if I'm remembering the right character, Magneto had a huge ego, so I don't know. I feel like sparkly, over-the-top makeup would be his style. Very look at me. I own the show. Dr. Brand has like a weird perfumey smell, but it's not like a. I guess it's because my skin doesn't get irritated like that, but like, I don't know, it's not a bad smell to me. before I started the video, I put some of my husband's lotion on. Baby's lotion, whatever you want to call it. I was talking about this the other day. Like, because my husband grew up poor, like, they didn't really, like, go to the doctor on a, like, regular basis. Neither did we. But, like, he has really red, irritated skin, like, all the time. And, like, he just thought that was, you know, regular, normal, whatever. And, he's a ginger, so it's not hard for him to be red, but, like, I had eczema lotion from when my daughter got sick and her skin was real sensitive, and I started using it on my son, and I noticed his skin wasn't getting as irritated, and my husband will literally grab any lotion around him to put on, and he started using it on him, and he noticed, you know, even though his skin is like a natural tint of like pink, it wasn't getting red anymore. And he was like, "What's in this lotion?" And I'm like, "Well, they put oatmeal in it because like, it helps with irritation, or like, when I was a kid, I've gotten poison ivy, and I've always taken like oatmeal baths and stuff, but like, it's actually an eczema lotion, and it's just supposed to help with, you know, irritated skin, because oatmeal is calming." And he's like, "I really like it." He has these huge red patches on his face where his beard is, and he has a hard time keeping them from getting real red and crackly. And he was like, it feels so nice, and actually the redness went away as soon as I used it. I was like, "Oh, maybe you have eczema." He's, "What's eczema?" And it's funny because he's dealt with this his whole life, and like, literally he just, you know, thought it was like a normal thing that his skin got bright red, because he's always been like unknowledgeable enough, or, you know, didn't have the type of money to go to the doctor and, like, you know, "Oh, this little thing happened," or "this little thing happened." So unless like your leg was literally falling off, you know, you weren't sick. It was like, everybody hates Chris, take some Robitussin, you know? So I was like, "Well, maybe you do have eczema." And he was like, "Well, I don't even know what that is." And I was like, "Well, if it's calming your skin the way, you know, it should for eczema, you probably do have like a light case of it or something." People get red irritated skin, like, I don't know what it is, but I was like, it's like red irritated skin from what I know. Like, I'm not educated on it. I don't go out of my way educating myself on it, but from what like people on YouTube have talked about, that's all I know. I was like, "Oh, well." And, you know, asking people about my son, I was like, yeah, I literally don't know how to deal with it, because like, my husband takes care of his own skin. He's an adult, and my daughter never had like any kind of irritations except for when she was sick. I immediately got like body wash and lotions and stuff with oatmeal in it, and like, I just so happened to pick up one that had that was for eczema, and used it on her until she started feeling better, and then I went back to her regular everyday lotion. And like there for a while she had to use it because the hand, foot, and mouth actually got pretty bad. Like it was fine everywhere except for certain areas, and I wanted to like make sure it wasn't getting dry and flaky and gross, and I wanted to make sure that like I was doing everything I could to help it heal. So I was using it there for a while on her, and then it got put away, and then like I noticed everything I was putting on my son was making him red. It wasn't like a permanent like dry nasty like bleeding sore, but he would get super red, and then like maybe an hour or two later he'd be fine, but for that hour or so he'd be super red on his face, his forehead, his arms, his belly. And I was like, I don't know why that keeps happening. Like, I don't know. And then I found the eczema lotion in the bottom of one of our drawers, and I put it on him, and no redness. And I was like, oh, okay, well, then that's what we're going to start using from now on. And ever since, he's been fine. Like, completely okay. Might be wrong for my skin, but you know what? Magneto likes purple, so we're gonna use purple, okay? Say something. It's not even like showing up. Okay. I'm just gonna use some of the other colors too. We're gonna have something on your skin. Okay. Like, look at how thick that just magic erased that away. And all the foundation up there too. Lovely. Quit lying, McDonald's. Your McDouble isn't $1, it's $1.19. Or it was $1.19 when I worked there, so that was 2 years ago. Quit lying. You're closer to saying it's $1.50. I'm gonna try it, but I don't know if it's gonna work. Yeah, I like that. I'll ask my husband when I see him if Magneto is Marvel, but I'm pretty sure he is. And if he's not, I'm gonna post it anyway. I'll just do a different title. Maybe start an X-Men. But he's not X-Men, he's like the enemy of the X-Men, right? Right? I think. Okay. This is Brocade 15. Maybe that'll help. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.